deep in the heart of a lush green forest, where sunlight filtered through tall trees and rivers sang soft melodies, lived a mighty elephant named Arjun. Arjun was the largest animal in the forest. His strong legs could shake the ground, and his long trunk could uproot trees. Everyone respected him, and some even feared him. But Arjun had a problem. He was lonely. Even though many animals lived in the forest, deer, monkeys, birds, and rabbits, no one truly spent time with him. They thought he was too big, too serious, and sometimes too proud. One hot afternoon, as Arjun walked toward the river to drink water, he heard a tiny voice. "Hey, watch where you're going." Arjun stopped. He looked around, confused. "Down here," the voice said again. Arjun looked down and saw a small green frog sitting on a rock near the water. "Oh, it's just a frog," Arjun said, slightly amused. "Why are you shouting at me?" The frog puffed up his tiny chest and said, "Because you almost stepped on me. Big doesn't mean careful, you know." Arjun chuckled. "And small doesn't mean important." The frog narrowed his eyes. "Oh, really? Let me tell you something, mister. Giant I may be small, but I matter just as much as you do." Arjun didn't reply. He simply drank water and turned to leave. "Wait," the frog called. "My name is Chiku. What's yours?" Arjun paused for a moment. No one had asked his name in a long time. "Arjun," he said quietly. "Well, Arjun," Chiku said cheerfully. "Nice to meet you." And just like that, something unusual began. Over the next few days, Arjun kept visiting the river, and every time Chiku was there. At first, Arjun ignored him, but Chiku was not the kind to give up. He would talk about everything: the weather, the trees, the birds, even the clouds. "Do you think clouds ever get tired of floating?" Chiku asked one day. Arjun smiled slightly. "I've never thought about it." "See? That's your problem," Chiku said. "You're too serious. You need to think fun thoughts." Slowly, Arjun began to enjoy these conversations. For the first time in a long while, he felt happy. One day, after heavy rain, the river began to overflow. The water rose higher and higher, flooding the nearby land. Animals began to panic. "Run!" shouted the deer. "The river is flooding!" cried the monkeys. Even Arjun was worried. The water was strong, and many small animals could be swept away. Suddenly, Arjun remembered Chiku. "Chiku!" he called, rushing toward the riverbank. But Chiku's rock was gone. "Chiku!" Arjun trumpeted loudly. Then, faintly, he heard a small voice. "Arjun! I'm here!" Arjun looked carefully and saw Chiku stuck on a tiny piece of wood, floating in the fast-moving water. Without thinking, Arjun stepped into the river. The current was strong, but Arjun stood firm. "Hold on!" he shouted. Using his trunk, he carefully lifted Chiku from the water and placed him safely on his head. Chiku was shaking. I thought I was going to die," he said softly. Arjun smiled gently. "Not while I'm here." After the flood passed, the forest slowly returned to normal. Animals began to talk about what Arjun had done. He saved the frog. He stood against the river. He's brave and kind. For the first time, animals didn't fear Arjun. They admired him. But something else had changed too. Arjun no longer felt lonely. He had a friend. A few days later, something unexpected happened. Arjun stepped on a sharp thorn hidden in the grass. "Ouch!" he cried in pain. He tried to walk, but his leg hurt badly. Other animals gathered around, worried. "What should we do?" asked a rabbit. "No one can remove such a big thorn," said a monkey. Arjun sat down, helpless. Then Chiku hopped forward. "I'll do it." Everyone laughed. "You?" said the deer. "You're too small." Chiku looked determined. "Maybe, but I'm not useless." He carefully examined Arjun's foot. "Stay still," Chiku said. Using his tiny mouth and all his strength, he slowly pulled the thorn out. It took time. It was difficult. But finally, pop! The thorn came out. Arjun sighed with relief. The pain was gone. "You did it," Arjun said, amazed. Chiku smiled. "Told you, small doesn't mean weak." From that day on, Arjun and Chiku became best friends. They spent their days together, walking by the river, watching sunsets, talking about life. Other animals joined them too. The forest became a happier place. Arjun learned that strength isn't just about size, and Chiku proved that even the smallest creature can make a big difference. The moral: no one is too small to matter, and no one is too big to learn. True friendship comes from kindness, respect, and understanding.